So good evening, welcome to the July 22nd meeting of the Harwich Planning Board. My name is Duncan Berry, I'm the chair of the board. This is being held in person, although it's also being broadcast via GoToMeeting, as well as it'll be available on YouTube on, I believe it's now called Channel 8. And before we get going, I'd like to ask anyone who intends to record the meeting, would they please notify me? Seeing none, great. So it's 6:31, the meeting is called to order. I would like to invite you to join me to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So our first item is the hearing for case number PB 2025-09. The applicant has requested a continuance to September 9th. Okay, so that was changed from August 26th. Was it extended?
No, it was continued to tonight, and they have asked for a continuance for at least another month.
Okay. And
So, Mr. Chair, I move that we continue the public hearing for PB 2025-09 to September 9th, 2025, no earlier than 6:30 p.m.
if a motion, have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. So ends the public hearing section of the meeting. This evening, we continue on with case number PB 2025-18, Eastward MBT LLC, trustee of the Eastward Homes Business Trust, agent Susan Ledoux, has requested a release of covenant for number 1594 to 1598 Orleans Road, lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, assessors map 107, parcel S2-1 and S2-2 in the residential rural RR and DEP Zone 2 Water Resource Protection District. The definitive subdivision case was PB 2024-21, and Lot 8 was released in case number PB 2025-02. Christine.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to give a brief recap, we had last December, we had approved the subdivision for 14, October 15th, we had approved the definitive subdivision for Ledoux Landing, and on March 11th, we had also approved the covenant agreement for lots 1 through 7 to retain that as part of the town's covenant and to allow to release Lot 8 to the applicant for development. And for tonight, we have been asked to release lots 1 through 7, and our consulting engineer had provided a rather extensive report, and I have been in conversation yesterday and today with Susan and her team, and we have agreed to come up with a better compromise to allow the applicant to continue to address the issues raised by VHB, and that we would release Lot 2 and also accept the financial surety for the remaining cost of the road and the installation of municipal services in the amount of $256,000. And in your packet is a copy of the covenant, partial covenant release for your review.
Great. Bill, nice to see you this evening.
Well, it's better to be seen than viewed.
That's correct.
But we were hoping that VHB would agree with that by posting the 256, we get more lots released, but we understand Christine's point of view and we accept it. So if it's agreeable to the board, then we'd appreciate a vote to release Lot 2, and we'll post the money.
Great. Susan, did you want to weigh in too?
Nope, no, everything's been said. Thank you.
Okay. Well, this is not a hearing, so I don't have to close anything out. So is there any questions from the board? Any concerns? No?
I make a motion if you're ready.
Yep, please.
So I move that in case number PB 25-18, Eastward MBT LLC is trustee of Eastward Homes Business Trust. That we execute, that the planning board execute the attached release of covenant provided in our packet dated July 22nd, 2025, in accordance with its terms.
Motion, may I have a second? We have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. We then move on to case number PB 2025-20, Eastward MBT LLC, trustee of the Eastward Homes Business Trust agent, Susan Ledoux, have requested release of covenant for number 16, Turtle Run, Lot 3, Assessor's Map 63, Parcel C7 in the residential RR zoning, residential rural zoning district. The definitive subdivision case was PB 2022-12, and lots 1, 2, and 5 were released in PB 2022-12. Lot 4 was released in case number PB 2024-12. Christine.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. In light of VHP's evaluation of Turtle Run, I've talked with Susan Ledoux, and we have opted to defer to August 12th to allow the applicant's team additional time to respond to VHP's, the issues raised by VHP's report, and hopefully we can move forward on August 12th.
Great. So do we need to vote to continue that, or is this not a hearing?
It's not a continuance, but if Susan can just confirm that the applicant has requested an extend this to August 12th, that would be great.
Yep, we agree. Thank you.
Great. That was easy peasy. That takes us then to case number PB 2025-21, Nicholas G. Mitchell III, landowner, plan of land in Harwich, Mass., prepared by Outermost Land Survey Incorporated, dated 11 June 2025, seeks endorsement of an approval not required A&R plan of land to divide 2 lots into 3 lots located at 246 Queen Anne Road, Assessors Map 58, parcels K10-2 and K6. The proposed parcels are approximately 22,251 square feet, 20,020 square feet, and 20,042 square feet. The parcels are in the Industrial Limited IL zoning district. The project has been referred to the Cape Cod Commission as a mandatory DRI referral as an outdoor use with a total area of 40,000 square feet or greater. The building department issued a cease and desist order on February 6, 2025, as well as other notices of zoning violations per zoning compliance officer memorandum received in the planning department on 18 July 2025. Christine.
So, thank you, Mr. Chair. Given the history of this case, we did, on the advice of council, as well as our discussions with the Cape Cod Commission, we have had dealings, interactions with the applicant, and with the filing of the A&R, we did follow up with council as well as the Cape Cod Commission, who did advise that we refer the project as a mandatory referral for triggering an outdoor use of 40,000 square feet or greater. So at this time, all local permitting, and including the A&R endorsement, has been suspended, and we are not allowed to issue any permits until after the Cape Cod Commission has commenced their development of regional impact review process.
Very good. Straightforward.
Just to follow up, so that tolls our timing under the A&R,
Correct.
so it can't, okay, so it can't be automatically signed by the town clerk.
Correct.
Perfect, thank you.
Great. That concludes our hearing and meeting business for the evening. We do have a little time here left over before we trigger the 11 or 12-minute mark. I think we're doing a land speed record tonight. Ms. Flynn, would you care to bring us up to speed on the LCP, the HMP, and the OSRP? I'm assuming that the HPP has already been filed and,
Yes, the housing production plan has been filed and approved by the state last month, and so, which is great news for us. The open space and recreation plan, the planning board did at their last meeting endorse a letter of support, and we are working to finalize the open space and recreation plan to the state. We have a conditional approval, but there are 5 or 6 items that town hall staff is working to remedy. And for the local comprehensive plan, I did want to make an announcement that on August 5th, the local planning committee, who is overseeing the local comprehensive plan, is holding a community engagement meeting. It's going to take place here at the Griffin Room at 5 o'clock. We will provide some posters and some other reminders for members of the public as well as boards and committees to attend. We welcome any input from the public as well as the town regulatory, particularly the town regulatory boards. And again, a local comprehensive plan is really a roadmap and a guidance document to provide the town guidance relative to land use development, growth management policies, in addition to other land use initiatives by the town. And so this is a very exciting process. These plans are good for at least usually for 10 to 15 years, and it really helps provide guidance to regulatory boards as well as members of the public in terms of where the town stands on matters relative to land use development and growth management policies. And that includes affordable housing initiatives, economic development, transportation, water quality, natural resource protection, as well as open space and recreation.
great. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Duncan, just a
Yeah,
question.
please.
Are you going to post that as a regular meeting for us, just because we eventually have to vote on that local comprehensive plan?
I'd be happy to post a meeting if you'd like me to do that.
If any one of us are going to speak or choose to speak,
Mm-hmm.
it might turn into deliberation on something that's going to be on an agenda at some point, so it might be, maybe I'm wrong, but.
No,
Better
it-
safe than sorry, given our, what we've had.
Going what's ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And the other consideration is that, that I have a question on is we voted to approve it already with conditional to certain language substitutions that were left open that were being, I think, massaged by the committee. So what did we approve then if we didn't?
I don't think we did approve it, I think we just made suggestions, didn't we?
We made suggestions, and we haven't taken a formal vote on it.
Okay,
Mass General Law does require that we will have to take a vote on it. So that's why I'm encouraging the board. And unfortunately, I wasn't at the last LPC meeting, but Duncan Berry gave a great presentation to the board and provided additional information that could be attached as an addendum or an appendix to the local comprehensive plan. The intent of the local comprehensive plan is to be presented at either a special town meeting this fall or an annual town meeting to be voted in support by the town.
To that point, do we know if we're going to have a special meeting or not?
At
fall?
this time, that hasn't been confirmed yet.
But the clock is ticking.
Ticking, you were running out of time, no?
Right.
So the local planning committee is continuing to do community outreach, and we welcome additional feedback, if any. And we want to move these, we want to ensure that when we get to town meeting, that we feel that there's been a robust outreach to members of the public as well as the town boards and committees. So if you have any other additional questions, please let me know.
So going back to when we vote on it, if we open a meeting for this August 5th, we can't vote on it for that, correct? That's a meeting just to stay within legal bounds.
That's public meeting law
Public meeting law,
compliance.
right.
I wouldn't think we would entertain a vote at that meeting.
Right.
If that's a public.
It's a public community
We're
engagement.
not gonna have a full decision on the plan, that's the whole point, it's public.
So my point is to go further, when would we vote on it? And would we have to vote on it ahead of a special?
Correct. The idea is to have it voted on prior to either annual town meeting or a special town meeting this fall.
So should we do something like put it on the agenda for a September meeting?
Yes, we can
Okay.
do that.
Yeah.
That way we're ahead and
As
if
soon as
there
we
is
get
a special-
the finished PDF, right?
I mean, yeah, to me, it's until the local planning committee decides that they're done with their draft and presents it to us, then we look at it. I mean, and if they're ready, they're ready, and if they're not ready, they're not ready.
Right.
I was at the meeting with Duncan and they were pretty ready. Looked like they were pretty ready or close to it,
Yeah.
right?
I think it sounds like they've got like a feedback loop issue with the contractor,
And that's about it, yeah.
right? I mean, that was what I took away from, this is like a communication thing.
So we're close to a final draft, and the consultant is still finalizing the executive summary as well as some other graphic and not content, but more grammatical, just some other graphic corrections for the final draft. So our intention is to move, to have a final draft and present that to the select board and present it to some of the other regulatory boards. But the planning board will need to hold a more formal meeting
Yeah.
and vote to adopt the plan. And so I will schedule those meetings accordingly. I have been working with the local planning committee with their meetings as well. So I will keep everyone up to date and make sure that whenever we do, whatever dates, everyone will have advance notice, as well as to make sure you have the most recent draft in front of you.
Christine, is that one that we have to hold a public hearing for before we vote on it? Or is that one that we don't? I'm just curious if you don't know.
That's a
off the
good
top of your head,
question.
it's fine. That would be the
I
only thing
don't-
that would get into our timing.
I don't believe we're required to hold a public hearing. It is beneficial. The planning board should vote to adopt it, and then also to vote to submit it to the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities when this is done. It will be the planning board submitting this to the state.
Don't we submit it to the select board?
You
Like,
s-
we endorse it for the select board to approve, isn't that, or do I have that wrong?
So for,
Because I thought they were the customer, was the select board.
they are, and they were the appointing board for, the appointing board for the local planning committee. And we do want approval from the select board. It's not required, just like going to town meeting. It's not required. However, we're doing that because that was the course that was laid out when this process began. And the committee is very intent on making sure that they follow through on that point, to make sure that there's endorsement and support from members of the public and the town as a whole.
But I mean, if we're going to go before a town meeting, if that doesn't have the support of the select board, or it doesn't have the board of support of the finance committee. I'm not assuming anything. I'm just like hypothetical here, spitballing, you know, and we support it. I mean, it's kind of like a formality. I think of it's like, we have to have this.
So just like we have to approve the zoning bylaw,
Yeah.
we have to hold a public hearing.
Right.
for zoning
Oh,
bylaw
yeah,
to
right.
approve it. I do think.
We have to hold a public.
For the sake of, like, hygiene.
Planning board, because it's a plan,
Right.
but that doesn't mean the select board has to approve it, and it doesn't mean the select board has to put it on a town meeting warrant. You hope that they will, and
Right.
that they do, and all of the above, but, yeah. So it's just,
Well, the little that I've been following some of the, I mean, it's been 2.5 years. And there's been some chafing, it sounds like, from the previous select board. I don't know how the current one is going, but there was some
You know,
friction there.
I think for the housing production plan, there were some issues, and, you know, there were some, the input in the comments, I think, made the plan better. And it was I found it, for me, it was a great experience to work with the select board and to really address some of the issues or some of the concerns relative to the language. So I felt the outcome was a better product. And I think with any planning or any discussion, you know, when you have to do consensus building, it's a process, and sometimes it's not always pretty, but, you know, I think we've been working really hard, the committee's been working exceptionally hard to get to a really great product and something that the town's gonna be proud of. And that will be endorsed, our hope is that the plan will be endorsed by the select board as well as the planning board.
Very good. Is there any further business before the board? Well, in the 23 minutes, or 23 minutes, I think we can perhaps have a vote to adjourn.
so moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Zippo.
Not a chance.
Thank you very much, Christine, for enabling a brisk meeting like this. Much appreciated after some of the blistering Klieg lights at 2:04, you know?
And we have that,
This is a long week for Tuesday,
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah, really.
That kind of-
so we're back at the 204 on August 26th?
So I am working with town administration has asked that we move the meeting to the multipurpose room, so we're working out logistics before we post.
Who's that?
I'm sorry?
community
I'm sorry, at the community center, so.
Okay, got it.
Is that the one with the stage in the
So
back?
It's the one that you check in at when you go to.
Go to vote.
Right.
Yes, and because of air conditioning and
Oh, yeah.
access,
Acoustics and, right.
the acoustics, yes, and so until we can do a dry run,
But we should plan for,
I will notify everyone and give advance notice to,
Great.
like on the website as well as on the doors at the 204 as well as Town Hall, just so that people are aware. We did also confer with Town Council if changing the venue required restarting the public hearing process, and they, Town Council opined that provided that we provide advance notice and put up signs, we were still within,
we're okay.
we were still operating under Mass General Law and in compliance with the open meeting law as well.
Sounds reasonable.
And one other item, off topic, I would love to talk about some zoning bylaws for next annual town meeting and maybe get together with a small working group.
I'd very much like that.
Are we gonna set up like a committee with zoning?
Um,
Committee or not? No?
Well, with, until I can get direction from town administration, I am hoping to come up with a list of some things that I think would be helpful for the board. And
Check with that for a future meeting so that we can,
Right.
before we go too far afield.
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
So,
And it's something I meant to raise in my update, that I wanted to keep it on your radar because we are well
Timing is
into
short.
timing is short, we're well into the summer, and,
Well, we'll go
we have
there.
some other things to attend to, so.
Okay, good.
Well, thank you all.
Pleasure tonight.
Good to see you, Mary.
I'll take the 23-minute meeting all
Please,
day,
right, exactly, right?
particularly knowing what's coming up next.
Yeah, well,
8th is our next, 8th,
What's this?
our next meeting.
8th and then the 26th.
Is August 12th.
Oh,
12th, oh.
Yep.
We're kind of skipping
we're kind of skipping, yeah.
2 weeks. We're doing.
Oh,
it
that's
2
right.
weeks.
That's
Because
right.
it's never the first Tuesday, it's always.
Because the 5th is when we have the LPC feedback,
Right.
LCP
So we're
feedback.
8, 5 for LCP,
And 12 and 26.
12 and 26, got it.
And 26, is that 204 or no?
And that's
I'm
one of
gonna,
the-
I will notify everyone.
Yep.
don't know.
And August 6th is also Pine Oaks Village 4, if
At-
any members are interested.
Where is that going to be?
Again, I will let you know
Right.
as soon as we find out.
Very good. All right.
Okay. Living the dream.
Living the dream.